Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. Today we're going to talk about that eclipse that's happening in a fellow Mercury-ruled sign of Gemini. It is a full moon. It is happening on Monday the 30th at 4:30 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time, Standard Time in the United States. It's at 8 degrees of Gemini. If you have anything in your chart around 8 degrees, you may feel the trigger there. So, besides the fact that it's happening in your 10th house of career, it's happening in your 10th house of career. Before I ever go any further, there's a couple of things. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for hanging in there with me while I was working through my COVID and my it wasn't just COVID, though. There was so much healing that went on this year for me. So thank you for those of you that have stuck around and stuck by me. I really appreciate it. I want to connect with you more. And so starting tomorrow, well, tonight, it'd be tonight. It's December 1st at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the United States. I'm going to do what I call Moon Day Night Live. And we're going to go live and we're going to pull some cards for each sign. This week we're going to look at what is your biggest challenge and give you some advice on how to handle it. And then I'm going to take questions and I will pull a few cards for that. Total time will be an hour and a half. I will be shutting it down at 9 o'clock because I fade like a rose super fast at 9 o'clock. So we're going to do that, and I really hope you'll join me. I'm looking forward to it. So in the meantime, if you are not a subscriber yet, I would love for you to be a subscriber. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified when I go live. And as a reminder, whoa, your overall energy for this week does not suck. You have the Knight of Cups. Now, Knight of Cups, we're talking about so the moon's going to work its way through your house of career, groups. You're really out there, spiritual development, growing stuff, and the house of you. So, a lot of attractive energy. Knight of Cups could actually be bringing somebody in, because, I mean, he looks definitely like somebody coming in. He's got to see how close I can get that. That's a good looking dude. So, white horse in the back, that's taking some action. Roses, there's a letter sitting on the table next to the cup. Oh, he's laid out a picnic. Very inviting. Whatever this is, this opportunity that's coming in, it's something that you really are going to feel very drawn toward. I mean, it's a really nice invitation, whether this is a relationship or not. It could be something else. So let's just see. This is the Light Seer's Tarot. She always puts these really nice little affirmations in there. And hey, we could use an affirmation, right, to bring something in that looks that inviting. So you have, I am in touch with my emotions. This card heralds romance and embodies the graceful movement of a slow dance. Enjoy the flirtation and be present to connect. Wow. She seems to think it's all about love. Okay, so, you know, that doesn't stink. Okay, so let's get some advice about this. Now, this full moon eclipse. So eclipses are about releasing and letting go of stuff. And when it's a full moon eclipse, this is like the double super steroids, let stuff go. The energy will go out until, probably the next new moon in So it may take about 6 months for you to fully let go of everything, but I think that if you begin the process now of first identifying what it is that you need to release, to let go of, is it the self-limiting belief system that you have about what you're capable of achieving, or what do you need to do, what barriers do you need to overcome to get to where you want to go, to chase down these dreams. I feel like there's for you, I feel like there's this real need to identify what the steps are. And then it may take you some time to completely accomplish them. But it's a creation moon. This full moon is about, what are you trying to create? What do you want to create? And with the North Node in Gemini, it is about what direction you want to take your life in. And so, even though it's an eclipse and it's a big letting go, it is creating space. So it's like cleaning out the big emotional closet, right, to get to where you want to go. You had 4 cards that came out. So this is very important. So, okay, wow. So first off, you have expect powerful change. No kidding. This is a big deal. Prosperity lies ahead. Super nice. Show the world the real you and work through your fears. So it may take you the next 6 months to really work your way through all of your fears so that you are ready to stand in your full power of who you are when you're planting those seeds of intention regarding your career and the next steps in your career. And I don't want to say that you have to wait till then to make a change. I say that's probably when you will be on the next level. So it's like climbing, and then that's kind of like when you get to the top of like when the landing, like, so you're like you're going, because what I'm seeing is like it's all these stairs, and then there's this big landing space, but it's like it's outside. It's like this tower, like where you could see more, but there's more steps, and there's higher to go. So there's lots of ways for you guys to get up there stepwise here. So prosperity lies ahead, and it's going to big powerful change here. So this is part of you. Maybe this is you showing up for yourself to the world, as in, I'm highly intuitive, and I'm capable of creating whatever it is I want, and I'm going to show you that, and maybe overcoming your own nervousness or your own lack of confidence, or do you need more training, or what is it that you need? What is it that you need that'll help you to overcome these fears so that you can get to where it is that you're going with this moon? Because it's a very powerful moon, and there's a lot to it. And then as we move into Tuesday, Tuesday, Mercury rules your sign is going to be in Sagittarius. Oh no, it's off again. Okay, so the moon will move into Sagittarius, and then it's going to come into a very supportive energy with Chiron in Aries. And Chiron in Aries, Chiron is where your wounds are, and Aries is very much it's about your personal you and who you really are, and it's the I am, right? And so with Mercury in Sagittarius, the conversation could happen to the right people, and that right person might be yourself or your inner circle, or maybe about what it is that you really want to do that's going to help you find the balance, right? To bring the pleasure into your life and to create this balance that you're working on. Virgos are always working on bringing balance in. That is part of the deal of being a Virgo, right? And so people are going to be communicating about what hurts them. So being a good listener too, right? Being a good listener too. So over the next few days, because with that, the moon is going to move into Cancer. And so the reason I really focus on the moon astrology, because how we feel is how we are going to experience our weeks, our days, right? And so with that moon in very emotive Cancer, and Venus is in a water sign, she's in Scorpio, and so they're going to be communicating really well. And so a lot of conversations about what it is that we are thinking and feeling, and what hurts, and how do we want to create the balance, and where do we want to go from here. A lot of those conversations are going to come up, and it becomes important for you to communicate. Like, I don't want you to hold back. It's not just about listening to others. It's also about you expressing what it is that you need, you want, in order to bring things forward, because you have pushed to the surface, and it is safe, and you are surrounded by love. And so I feel like the need, overcoming, working through these fears, part of this is going to be identifying not only to yourself, but being willing to identify to others what it is that you're nervous about, what it is that you're scared, and allow yourself to be supported. Allow yourself to be loved by others. Allow people to come in and say, I got you. I got your back. Because Virgo, you're such a nurturing sign, and you give and you give and you give. And sometimes people aren't as appreciative of that as we would like them to be, but it does not change the fact that it is heart-centered giving, right? And so what is it that you need? Maybe what you need is someone to understand that you're giving from this place of love, and that this is what you would like in return, so that you can feel safe and loved. So having those really heartfelt, deep emotional conversations are really on the books right now. And so be willing to step in and do that, so that you can, find the beauty and the joy and the pleasure in what's going on. And remember that you are resilient, right? It's like when you having these conversations will be a lot like cutting away in the spring the areas on the rose bush that were damaged, so that the rose bush can blossom, so that you can have the bouquet of roses to offer to somebody or yourself. So getting rid of the dead wood. Remember, this eclipse is about removing and releasing and letting go of that which is blocking you. So, Moon in Leo. Moon in Leo is in your 12th house. 12th house is that connection to spirit, that vastness, that deep belief system, the philosophy, the dreams. And we've got Venus trining Neptune, which is at home in Pisces right now. And so very powerful and moving forward. And so really connecting into that space going on inside of you. So pay attention to your dreams, and be willing to when you wake up, jot down whatever it is you remember to really help you solidify what it is that you want. Wow. Oh, she's in a wagon. Okay, I've never seen this card before. It says, have faith in the process. She's in a little red flyer wagon, but look at the birds. The birds are about the communication. And she's praying and she's communicating what her heartfelt desires are. And the birds are also communicating from spirit that they're right there with you, and to have faith in the process, to know that you are safe and you are surrounded by love. And so working through your fears, right? Look how that looks like very fearful energy. And so pushing forward, pushing to the surface. This wagon doesn't really look like it's moving, but it looks like it's on a decline, which means it probably is. But maybe it's just not moving as fast as you would like. So have faith in the process. So figuring out what it is that you need to release and let go of, so you can allow this beautiful energy to come in. Allow yourself the opportunity to really glean the wisdom of the experiences of not just this past year, but maybe of a long time. The South Node is in Sagittarius, and with the South Node in Sagittarius, those are long held beliefs that need to be released over the next year or so. And so having faith in that you are releasing and letting go, and things are changing. Change is significant. 2021 is a 5-year. 2 + 2 + 1 is 5, and 5 is change. And so change is coming. So have faith in the process. I want one more. 2. Wow, you're really being asked to have faith. And part of this is really communicating with spirit. Okay, so you have the choice card that came out. There's 2 doors. They both look inviting, to be honest. You got a butterfly flying out of one, and you have a dove flying out of the other. So, I mean, it's just beautiful. I feel like there is no wrong choice here. There's only choices. I actually believe that in general, that there's no wrong choices. There's just choices, and you make one, and then you figure out how to make it work for you. And when you've learned everything that you can, and you have accumulated the wisdom from that choice, the lessons that you learned along the way, and some of them are very positive, right? And some of them maybe not so much, but you still learned. That's part of having faith in the process. And then you get to change directions. Another fork in the road comes up, and you get to make another choice. And sometimes it circles back around to where you started, and you're like, oh, well, I'll just do the other thing then, see where that takes me. And you look at it as an adventure of learning and growing. That's what we're here for. So we have the dry desert. When I looked for more information and spirit of place, they came out together, because I asked, well, this was one choice, and one choice is solitude, but I really feel like this is this. I feel like this is you going within and keeping all this information inside of you while you're trying to make this really hard decision here, and when you're supposed to be relying on the people in your life that you really care about. And so pushing forward, pushing through the fears, part of that will be like, okay, so I don't have all the answers. Here's my questions. Here's this information and the facts that I have. Here's what I'm thinking. What do you think about all this? Sometimes connecting with other people, but we also have, dry desert and spirit of place. To me, this is the ultimate going within with that solitude and that spirit of place. And so if you choose to make this decision-making process, like you get the information from other people, you connect to spirit to make your decision, the support will show up, is what I just heard. But understand that you are not making a decision in a vacuum. Very few of us get to make decisions and choices about our lives that doesn't affect someone else in the immediate, right? So make sure that the important people that should have a seat at the decision-making table have one, but make sure that one of those seats at that decision-making table is filled by spirit. You are connecting in to that as well to get guidance. Okay, so I'm going to do the card pull for Amanda because she left a comment last week. I want to invite you again to come tonight at 7:30 and hang out. And I want to remind you, it says, I am in touch with my emotions. And it is through your heart space that you are going to hear spirit. So how do you feel about it? That is how you know. So make sure that you are inviting in how you feel about things as in your information and your guidance from spirit at the decision-making table. But know that you will be surrounded and you will be protected and you are loved. All right? All right, Virgo, you have a great week. And let's get you a card. Amanda, how's it going? I just made a huge mess. It's good that you can't see what I just did. Holy cow. It would annoy the crap out of every Virgo I know. I'm not even, I have a lot of Virgo placement. When I turn off the camera, I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, so let's see, what is the advice for Amanda? That was so funny last week. I totally thought that said Aries. I don't know why. Probably read Amanda and read Aries. I'm not sure. I know you can't read that because of the glare, but I want you to look at this card. Can you read it now? It says happy success. This is a consciousness card though. So this is, you have to believe it to achieve it. It is about picking that attitude of no matter what choice I make, it's the right choice. How do I know it's the right choice? Because I know I can make it the right choice. And I'm going to choose happiness, and I'm going to choose to be successful in whatever choice or decision I make at this time. There are no wrong choices. There are just choices. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Big change is coming up for you. If I didn't know that personally, I would know it by looking at the cards. They're just confirming it. So you go get them, girl. And we'll chat soon, okay? You take care.